Hi, Andrew here, and today, Mr. Humphreys,
I'm free.
to bring you one of the little stories that I'm going to extract out of the 4.5 hours of numbskullery I had to put up with on Soggz recently. This one concerns someone who was a member of the panel, and I actually don't think they said anything for the entire time. They were just there to use their virtual camera to flash slides up on the screen, various memes and all sorts of other messages. Now, their screen name is a little bit rude, so I've blanked that out in all these pictures. You can find it out on Soggz stream if you want to. And some of the pictures are a little bit rude and suggestive, so I've blacked them out a little bit as well. This person obviously has the maturity of a teenage boy, and I highly suspect this person is one of Nathan's crowd. I don't know who it is. Anyone who, if you know, just leave me a comment. Anyway, so let's get rolling with the first thing they were flashing up on their little picture on the stream. Evidence? What evidence? I mean, that's obviously all the question we always ask flat earthers. What evidence? I wasn't actually presenting any evidence. Actually, no, this was while I was doing the gas cylinders thing. So indeed, I was providing evidence. No one seemed particularly interested in it, especially Soggz, who didn't like being told his prediction was wrong. This is a tube. Laugh at it. Is that supposed to be funny or anti-funny or something? This was when I was presenting that the what's his name? Harry Callahan's pressure tube. For some reason, they thought that putting a tube on screen was somehow worth their time. Who knows? How to use numbers. This was the point where I had the little spreadsheet of numbers of Harry Callahan's results on screen. Maybe numbers do confuse flirts. Again, Sol wasn't particularly interested in those numbers. He just wanted to go and rant on something else and give me lectures on stuff that wasn't important. This one, well, despite Flatsoid having gotten his new 2006 5 megapixel camera that streams in glorious VGA, he's currently streaming in 720 on YouTube, and this silly person didn't even bother to look at the screen to see how big their pictures came out, and I can't read what that says, as well as their screen name covers it, so I didn't realise that either. Well done, good job. Similarly, I don't know what this one says. Something about entry, who knows? 5 ways to stop over talking. Well, wouldn't that be great? Now, of course, they're accusing me of doing all the over talking. Yeah, I think we can see what actually was happening. I was attempting to present something. They were attempting to stop me doing anything useful. Yeah. Okay, this one I blacked out most of it. The picture itself is not rude, but it is a picture depicting what the person's screen name was. So it's a little bit rude, and I'm not going to show it. Blah, 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 blah. Now, this was only, I don't know, 20 or 30 minutes into the live stream, but it was a good prediction of what would happen when Adam Meakin joined later on. Now, yes, I do talk a bit, but I was there to make a presentation, and every time they interrupt me, I try again to say what I was trying to say when they interrupt me. So I'm going to talk a lot. That's the idea of being there to make a presentation. Gas go down. And this is what makes me particularly sure this person is one of the Nathan crowd. I recognise one face there. I think it's Thunderfoot. I don't know what these other people are and why it's there and why someone thinks that's funny. Now, this one, you might be wondering why on earth was this on there? Now, I think it's because the person was trying to make fun of my appearance, saying that I looked like a meth head. Well, sure enough, yes, I don't have much hair. My complexion doesn't look all that great in this lighting and with this webcam. The one thing's for sure, I'm probably not nearly anywhere as thin as this guy is at all. Much as I would like to be a little bit thinner, not that thin, thank you. Okay, person still hasn't bothered to look at YouTube to see how his pictures are coming up on screen. So yes, we can see that it says kick him. Well, I mean, great. You're obviously not here, and none of them were here to have a proper conversation. And they were actually, I believe, just trying to find an excuse to kick me off, for me to rage quit or say something stupid or wrong or whatever and boot me and claim victory. Now, look at this. A few minutes later, the person actually finally did look at YouTube and realised, hang on a second, we can't read these things, and they moved them. Well done, you're a brainiac. So what's your point? Well, I had quite a few points to make, but as you know, wasn't able to make many of them and they were doing their best to block me from making any points. Okay. And then, yes, moved it and decided to type kick. I don't know what that means. It's probably some young people speak for something or other. I have no idea what it means. Now, this actually is really good. This is actually very, very good insight. I could probably get to A to B in this discussion in 10 or 15 minutes with a normal person, not even a glober, just a normal person. But of course, Oakley's clowns were there to stop me doing that. So this is where this particular meme is wrong, because I never got to B. I never got to B, not I never got to B. Yes, and they did me round and round and round and round and backwards and forwards all the time, interrupting and bringing up new and different things and not letting me get past things because they didn't want me to say anything. Okay, no idea what this one's all about, why it pertains to anything. And of course, talking about IQ, this meme is about IQ, and this person had seen earlier that their screen name was covering up the bottom of their memes, but has such a great IQ that they forgot about it and put another one up that got covered up. So I have no idea what this one says other than you're an idiot. And still not realizing that this is covering up their meme text. But they did finally realize that and started writing the meme text up the top of the screen just in time for the screen format to change and their username to reveal the text. I wasn't crying inside. I was laughing outside at them, but it was a bit painful. In fact, at one point, I picked up my phone and sent a text to someone who I knew was watching along the stream and wrote just the words, "This is the worst." It was probably about the time that Adam Meakin was on, and oh boy, yeah. And this one's quite interesting. I don't know why this person put this up, because where they got this on this screenshot from, because this could have been a screenshot from my computer at any point during the 4.5 hours. Particularly on the left there, that is Michael Kahn's exact clown wig. And so, yes, this is what I was looking at for 4.5 hours, which is why I laughed so much. And here's another picture of the interchange bench. Yes, they had at least Adam Meakin and Brian's Logic sitting warming the bench for a while, just in case Soggz got a little bit too excited and had a heart attack and died. But they brought them on anyway, because I think Soggz was getting a little bit tired and was missing his bong. So Brian and Adam were drafted in from the interchange bench to see whether they can make any progress on me. It lasted another 2.5 hours, and I was still going. And in fact, I could have sat there for another 20 hours before I had some other commitment I had to go to. And I would have if Flatzoid hadn't actually called time at 1:30 local time where he was. This one I blocked out. This is the Reddit mascot doing the thing that this person's username suggests. I'm not going to show that. And this is a fake old-timey portrait picture of some Boy Scouts doing the thing that this person's screen name suggests. And I think probably by now you can guess what that thing is. Now, Flatzoid may have not noticed what this person was doing or may not have quite cared. But frankly, Flatzoid, having pictures of this sort of stuff on your live stream for a large part of 4.5 hours is probably not a good look for you. Yeah, perhaps you should do something about that. It's not good at all. And now, yes, I am coming up to the last one. And this one stayed on screen for a little bit of a time. Now, I've blocked out the person's username as usual, and I've blocked out enough particularly identifiable things about the thing in the picture. But I do warn you, this will trigger reaction. So those of you who are a little bit squeamish or you've just eaten dinner, you might want to stop the video now, look away, because this is going to be difficult to see. Here we go. Ooh. Yeah, that's all sorts of wrong. Well, thank you for that, and I shall hopefully be extracting some more little stories out of those 4.5 hours. So stay tuned. Thank you very much, and goodbye.